The Mello TV Evening News at 8 is brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Coronavirus is in Jamaica, and I know you feel scared and worried. But you can't let COVID-19 divide us. Coronavirus infects all kinds of people. It doesn't discriminate. So why should you? When someone coughs or sneezes or shows signs of the virus, tell them to call 888-1-LOVE immediately. And remember, stay 3 feet away, but don't attack or disrespect them, because we're all in this thing together. Come on, Jamaica, cut the hate and don't discriminate. Let us stand together and fight COVID-19 as one family, one nation.
Tonight, Prime Minister announces that measures under the Disaster Risk Management Act implemented to control the spread of COVID-19 have been extended. Jamaica recorded 45 new cases of COVID-19 and no additional deaths yesterday, taking cases on record to 9,929. Still tonight, Chance Rehabilitation Center pleads with residents of Chigwell in Hanover for patience regarding their objection to mentally ill persons being housed in the community.
I believe that if the right people come in and help us, step in and help us, then all these problems will be a thing of the past. I need help. I'm a one-woman show, basically.
And the police are seeking the public's assistance to locate 39-year-old Paula Sangster of a Belmont Road address, missing since November 3. Good evening. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has announced that the measures under the Disaster Risk Management Act implemented to control the spread of COVID-19 have been extended. A number of the existing measures under the Disaster Risk Management orders were scheduled to expire today. Now, in a release from the office of the Prime Minister, it was announced that the island-wide curfew time will remain at 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. each day. That will continue until 5 a.m. on December 1 of this year. Public transportation operators will be allowed 1 hour before and 1 hour after the curfew to get to or from base to home. Public transportation by motor vehicle is limited to 1 person less than the maximum number of persons the vehicle is licensed to carry until November 30, 2020. The Office of the Prime Minister says in another 2 weeks, the Cabinet will advise on the measures for December 2020 and in particular the Christmas period. Current protocols remain for both residents and visitors until November 30, 2020. All the other measures slated to expire on November 30 will remain in effect until then. The requirement to wear a mask fitted to cover the nose and mouth when in a public place, including a workplace and a licensed public passenger vehicle, remains in effect until the order, without an expiry date. Still making news tonight, according to the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the island recorded 45 new cases of COVID-19 and no additional deaths yesterday. This takes the total of COVID-19 cases on record to 9,929, while the overall death toll from the coronavirus remains at 231. Jamaica yesterday recorded 1 additional coincidental death of a COVID-19 patient. Of the newly confirmed cases, 22 are females and 22 are males, with the gender of 1 patient awaiting confirmation. Now, the cases ranging in age from 3 to 90 years were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew with 13. St. Catherine recorded 7 cases. St. Mary recorded 6 cases. St. James 5. Westmoreland 4. St. Thomas recorded 3, while Hanover and Portland recorded 2 cases each, while Clarendon and St. Elizabeth as well as Trelawney recorded 1 case each. There are 16 moderately ill and 6 critically ill patients among the 4,237 active cases now under observation. Meanwhile, recoveries increased by 82 on Sunday, taking the total of recovered persons to 5,330. In other news tonight, Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Christopher Tufton is cautioning Jamaicans to reduce their usual Christmas activities despite expressing the belief that the country is fighting the COVID-19 pandemic well. While speaking at the weekly COVID-19 press briefing, Dr. Tufton said all the indications are trending in the right direction, but this could change depending on the population's behavior over the Christmas period. He indicated that he met virtually with church umbrella organizations earlier on Thursday and was pleased with the efforts of the churches to help in the reduction of the virus. He said the churches are expected to play a vital role in the fight, as they are in all the communities across the island. In news from Hanover, the Chance Rehabilitation Center is today pleading with the community of Chigwell in the parish for patience, as persons there are objecting to having persons with mental illnesses housed in the community. Here is Kelleen May with more on this story.
As a Chance Rehabilitation Center tries to find a place that they can call home, owner and manager, Nurse Natalie Reed is pleading with the community of Chigwell in Hanover for patience.
We need somewhere to call our home. We've been here for 12 years and just been different places, renting properties, and because of the nature of the clients, they break things, and our budget, it's just a whole combination of stuff. But I believe that if the right people come in and help us, step in and help us, then all these problems will be a thing of the past. I need help. I'm a one-woman show, basically. I would ask people, please, to just give us a chance. We're not that bad. And if they notice, they don't see anybody walking on the road, there's security, there's nurses, the clients are being looked after. We just need some time to get ourselves situated. Mr. Timbers is going to be erecting some structures on his property for us. So all we're asking, probably 14 days or so, that everybody could help us, the parish council, the Ministry of Health, everyone. If they come on board, then we could find suitable housing and continue the program, because basically the need is there. I tried to close so many times. There's a user fee, but it's on a sliding scale. What we ask for, we don't usually receive. So we have to operate because care is what I'm after. It's not really money. I've charged persons as low as my rent, which when I started it was $15,000. That's how much we charge. Even some persons there today are paying $5,000, $10,000. Some aren't paying at all.
In speaking with our news team, Nurse Reed explained that the center offers help to the mentally ill persons.
Need care for the person who's mentally ill. Sometimes the persons who we get referrals for are violent, or they're in the court system, they're on the street. We go and pick them up. Some persons have been on the street for 15, 18 years. A family member realizes, they get in touch with us. We go for them, clean them up, bring them to clinicals so we can see what is going on with them, so we could try to find a treatment plan, and just to make sure that they are stable and controllable for the first 90 days of the program. And then after that, now, some persons are fast-tracked, so they can go on to work or different housing situations, but it all depends on the person's need for care. We've only been in the community, this is their first weekend. Now, on the first day we moved in, it was raining. The weekend, last weekend was heavy rain, so nobody couldn't come out. There was a bit of commotion because, of course, we're moving, so persons are walking from one place to the other, but in terms of them coming out and exposing themselves to, no, we don't have anybody that fits that character. Space is inadequate. It's not enough. But the reason why that is because there was another property right in front of where we are now. And we moved there because I thought that it would have been ready, in a week or two. But once we got there, there's too much work to be done in the short space of time.
Counselor for the Hopewell Division, Devon Brown, said that upon his initial visit to the center, he saw that there was insufficient space to house the residents and recommended an investigation by the Hanover Municipal Corporation.
All right, it was brought to my attention last week that Saturday before, some persons were at a home at Regine and Chigwell. I went to see exactly what was happening. I realized it was some, I wouldn't say street persons, but these persons seemed to be in a rehabilitation state, where some of them seemed to be mentally challenged. I investigated what was happening. I really got to understand that they came from a home in Montego Bay, that for somewhat the St. James Municipal Corporation had some concerns about where they were staying. So for that reason, they asked them to meet these proper requirements. Henceforth, they removed them into Hanover. Now, I reported it at Thursday council meeting to the relevant agencies, so they should be doing a comprehensive report and investigation on the matter. So to date, I'm not sure if what has been done, because I'm heading to a meeting now, but the conditions that I went there and saw is not conducive for any human being to be living, because there were not as much bathroom facilities, the spaces were too small, all the rooms were overcrowded, the bedding was on the floor, they had mattresses but they were on the floor, a lot of inhumane treatment. So I think allowing the authorities, informing authorities about it, I think they would supposed to do an investigation, so I'm going this morning to find out what action has been taken and to remedy the situation.
Meanwhile, the landlord for the property, Melvin Chambers, in speaking with our news team, explained that because of the great need to care for the residents, he is now seeking additional space that can house 40 additional persons.
After meeting Ms. Reed and we got into business, there was a great need for accommodation. And she asked me to seek some more houses for her to house these people. Since then, I've been on the road like 24 hours trying to find more accommodation because of the need. I am not familiar with what goes on in the house or out of the house. I know about the real estate part of it, finding accommodation. So far, I've been doing very well. We intend to find accommodation before the ending of this week to accommodate at least 40 people. We are preparing right now to add an additional 10 rooms to the existing building. That would have accommodated another 20-25 people.
One resident who has been with the center for over 3 years says he has been receiving great help from the program.
I'm here at the Chigwell property in Hanover. I've been with this establishment for approximately 3 years. I've been grateful for the help that I'm getting. A lot of the guys are happy here. It's a great community. And we're thankful for everything that everybody's doing for us.
2 nurses that work with the center say this is an excellent rehabilitation program and ask that community members of Chigwell assist in the form of donation.
I'm just saying, for the community, we just want you to welcome us. We are here on a mission for these people. We are here to help them, and so we want you, the community, to help us, to help them. They are stable mentally guys who need our care, and that's what we are here for. So we just want you all to help us and don't fight against us. We are here to help them. Please help us.
Here is very, very comfortable, right? As you can see, we relate with the guys them very well. We play games. We play like dominoes, ludies, all type of game. As you can see, the yard is very big, football, all kind of things. And we do enjoy, as nurse, we do enjoy these people and the atmosphere. Trust me, up here is nice.
Reporting for Mello TV News, I'm Killeen May.
Still tonight, the police are seeking the public's assistance to locate 39-year-old Paula Sangster of a Belmont Road address who has been missing since November 3. Here is Ophelia Miller with more on this story.
Police are reporting that 39-year-old Paula Sangster, otherwise called Sexy P, of Belmont Road, Kingston 2, has been missing since November 3. She is of brown complexion, medium build, and about 5 feet 6 inches tall. Reports from the Rollington Town Police are that about 8:30 p.m., Sangster was last seen at a bar on Pine Street in the parish. She was last seen wearing a beige blouse, beige pants and a pair of beige slippers. Efforts to contact her have been proven futile. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Paula Sangster is being asked to contact the Rollington Town Police at 876-922-2693, Police 119 emergency numbers, or the nearest police station. I'm Ophelia Mello, reporting for Mello TV News.
In news from St. Anne, the police there are reporting that a man has been arrested in connection with the fatal stabbing of 39-year-old Gawain White in the parish on Saturday. Reports coming into our news center are that at approximately 9 p.m., White, a vendor of Stand Fast Brownstown in the parish, was walking along a roadway in his community when the accused attacked him and stabbed him several times. White was rushed to the hospital. However, he was pronounced dead. The accused was arrested at the scene of the incident and remains in police custody. In other news, the Morant Bay Police are reporting that an investigation is ongoing into a find in St. Thomas that led to the seizure of 2 firearms and the arrest of a man in an operation in Stewartfield, Seaforth in the parish on Saturday. Reports coming into our news center tonight are that at approximately 5:30 p.m., a police team was following up on investigative leads when they searched a home in the community. The team found an Intratec submachine gun, a homemade gun, and 1 12-gauge round of ammunition. The occupant of the house was arrested. His identity is being withheld at this time. Still making news tonight, a vicious attack by a pack of dogs has left a 5-year-old boy in critical condition in hospital. More on this story with Nethesia Johnson.
A 5-year-old boy remains hospitalized in critical condition after he was attacked and bitten by a pack of dogs in St. Acre community in Alexandria, St. Anne yesterday. He has been identified as Mikhail Allen of St. Acre's address in St. Anne. According to reports, sometimes after 1 p.m., the child was on his way from a shop where he was sent by his grandmother when the dogs attacked him, resulting in bite wounds all over his body, including his head, legs, arms, and back. The 5-year-old was later transported to hospital by an ambulance where he was admitted in serious condition. The St. Anne police says they are still probing the incident in an effort to ascertain the identity of the owners of the dog. I'm Nethesia Johnson reporting from Mello TV News.
Still making Mello TV news, the National Works Agency, NWA, has advised that its work to create a shorter alternative route from Gordontown into the city through Savage Pen should take another 3 weeks. Now, the main road leading from Gordontown to Pepin and other sections of the city was closed last week after a significant part of its embankment collapsed during heavy rains. Now, NWA's communications manager, Stephen Shaw, says that the Savage Pen Road, which is 1.6 kilometers long, requires extensive work for it to be safe for use. He explained that the agency started the work late last week, but had several challenges over the weekend, given the hilly terrain and the need to remove several encroachments, including building materials and old vehicles. In the meantime, the NWA says the only safe and practical alternative route between Gordontown and the central business district of Kingston and St. Andrew is the Irish Town or Newcastle Road, which passes through Silver Hill Gap Content and Guava Ridge. In the meantime, the National Works Agency, NWA, is advising the public that the Janga Gully Bridge along the Bound Brook to Janga Gully control section in Portland is closed with immediate effect. Now, this closure is as a result of a hole in the deck of the bridge, which makes it dangerous for both motorists and pedestrians alike. Manager of Communication at the NWA, Stephen Shaw, says that the roadway along which the bridge is located is not a through road, but it serves several communities in the area. He says the bridge, which is approximately 3.5 meters in width, now only has a 2-meter section that is not affected by the failure, which makes it extremely dangerous for use. The NWA's Technical Services Department is scheduled to visit the location to assess the condition of the structure. In the meantime, the NWA is advising motorists not to attempt to use the bridge under any circumstance. Pedestrians are also being urged to exercise caution while using the bridge until the agency can properly assess its condition and provide further updates. Still making news tonight, popular radio host Markland Action Edwards has confirmed his intention to become the Jamaica Labour Party's JLP's mayoral candidate for the municipality of Portmore for the upcoming local government election. Edwards released a brief statement this morning that said he submitted an application to the General Secretary of the ruling Jamaica Labour Party JLP, Dr. Horace Chang, expressing an interest in the position. Edwards said, and I quote, "As a resident of the great city of Portmore, I have a personal interest in the development of the municipality for the benefit of everyone. I have listened to the complaints and cries of the people for more aggressive and transformational leadership to get plans and projects moving at the Municipal Council. I believe I have the vision, drive, and energy to help Portmore transition to its next stage of development, that of becoming the country's 15th parish." End quote. And those are the stories making news. I'll return with a recap. We'll now take a break and then join Christopher Scott with sports.
Coronavirus is in Jamaica, and I know you feel scared and worried. But you can't let COVID-19 divide us. Coronavirus infects all kinds of people. It doesn't discriminate. So why should you? When someone coughs or sneezes or shows signs of the virus, tell them to call 888-1-LOVE immediately. And remember, stay 3 feet away, but don't attack or disrespect them, because we're all in this thing together. Come on, Jamaica, cut the hate and don't discriminate. Let us stand together and fight COVID-19 as one family, one nation.